Namaste everyone, welcome to my channel Abundant Love. Today I'm back with the usual weekly energy pick a card reading. It is a timeless reading, so whenever you bump on this video, this reading will give you the guidance of how the energy is going to be around you for the next 7 to 10 days. As usual, I have three options. This card is for option 1 viewers, this is for option 2 viewers, and this one option 3 viewers. Now you can choose any one or more than one option based on what resonates really strongly with you. But once you have made your choice, you need not see the entire video. You can go to the video description or to the pinned comment and click on the timestamp next to each option. Once you have clicked the timestamp next to your choice, your reading will start from there. Okay, now I'll say my usual prayer. You can use this time to make a choice. Dear gods, goddesses, angels, spirit guides, ascended masters, and all the white light workers of the universe, please put me and the viewers of this video inside your protection bubble. Through this video, please help the viewers receive messages about the upcoming next 7 to 10 days, messages of love, courage, compassion, and positive dynamic action. Thank you so much for everything that you do for us. Lots and lots of love. Okay, we can get started now. So I'll keep the other two options aside so that we can get started with our first option. Welcome to your reading, my dear option 1 viewers who chose this first card. Of course, today I've kept again all the cards neutral. We'll see all the cards together, okay? Let me take a few more cards and then we look at all of them together. From the Angel Answers Oracle deck, I've chosen another card. From the Moonology deck, I'll take one more card. Thank you. And from the Surrender deck also, take one card. Thank you, Divine. Okay, let us dive into your reading, my dear option 1 viewers. Now, this is the card you chose, which talks about financial constraints, okay? This is like the 5 of Pentacles energy, or 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles mixture energy, where you are feeling, of course, the obvious thing is financially you are feeling as if, your expenses are more than your income and you are looking for a side hustle or something like that, okay? Or maybe suddenly something happened in the recent past that maybe somebody fell sick and you had to take them to the hospital and all, or so some sudden expenses happen, like the plumbing goes bad in your house and everything gets like waterlogged, and then you have to call the plumber, and then the plumber gives you a quote which is super high. So these are just examples I'm giving. Something like that have happened, or some sudden travel plans you had to make. So you are a bit worried that how will I manage in terms of finances. But some of you, I'm seeing it's not only finance, it's like an overall thing. You're feeling a little bit overwhelmed and out in the cold, that it's not just finances, but you need like some other resources, like people to help you, or it's like too much for just for one person to do all on your own. That is the feeling you're having, okay? When you're watching this video, or maybe when this week starts, and when I'm recording this, it's the full moon. So the full moon may be triggering these kinds of emotions. An example is sometimes I will have these feeling of lack occasionally, even without anything uh, changing in the external. Like nothing has changed in my external world. Suddenly, I'll start having a feeling of lack, and that will be around certain moon phases. That suddenly I'll realize, oh my God, I haven't planned this, I haven't planned that. How will I manage? How will I manage this trip, which I'm supposed to take 3 months later? Like that. And then after that phase is over, I'm saying the moon phase, suddenly I'll get some clarity, or I'll feel relaxed that okay, there is still 3 months time, something or other will come up. And like that only, what I'm trying to say is, even without any external triggers, sometimes these feelings of lack resurface if they have been suppressed inside you for long. Okay. And please don't worry about it because your very messages no need to worry. Okay, this is followed by this no need to worry message. And yeah, how do I say this? Like, I was laughing because I'm feeling like your external things are actually very good. The reason why you are being you're feeling like this is because your spirit guides are intentionally taking you in a pressurized situation so that you come out as the diamond. Carbon under pressure is diamond, or charcoal under pressure is diamond, right? So that's what is happening, that's the process you are going through. So even if you have this feelings of lack, feelings of financial constraints coming up, just watch them, witness them, contemplate on them also, like where is it coming from and all that, and then surrender. Okay, do not wallow in it for an indefinite amount of time. And anyways, if you were really worried about something unknown, your guides are coming in here and saying, we know what you're going through, but there's no need to worry, because with the Moonology card they're saying a fiery climax approaches. Again, that thing, that carbon under pressure, so that what comes out is the diamond. So even you don't know, like some huge cleansing is happening, so that after that, the version of you that emerges is a winner. Okay, all I'm hearing is you are a winner, you are a winner. But you are not seeing that side because some of you have made certain compromises, to dim your light or to lay low and all that. So now you've been forced into a situation where you have no other option, other than to exhibit your most authentic version. And that is what is happening. If it's a relationship situation where you were really bending backwards, that is changing. Okay, you were really bending backwards, but this person was exploiting, or just taking advantage in a way that, okay, this person will do what I say anyway. All I have to do is throw tantrums or give some threats, then this person will totally follow what I say. But that is going to change, because suddenly you are like, I'm done, I don't fear anything anymore, bring it on. And that's going to change the situation drastically. If there's anything particular that is giving you sleepless nights, that's bothering you, your guys are saying you can't even imagine what's coming, yes, it will feel intense, even though a very good thing is coming your way. Again, I'm saying a very good thing is coming your way. It's not just that, okay, the situation will be resolved. No, the situation will be resolved, and you are going to feel very good. But before that, you are going to feel extremely, pressurized, as if you were holding on to something tightly with both hands, and suddenly you are uh, having to let go. You guys heard about trust falls, right? So it's like you have to do a trust fall, listening to your spirit guides, or just completely trusting on the divine. You are just letting go of something which you have been holding with very, very tightly. And I know how much fear that gives sometimes, It can be your kids. Some of you are feeling your kids are probably leaving home and you're like super worried about everything, and your guys are like, no need to worry. But of course, they're your kids. Till the last moment you'll always feel, oh, they forgot to take this, they forgot to take that, how will they manage? But everything will be fine. Everything will be very good. Not just fine, it will be very, very good. Because your surrender card says, surrender to success. Okay, don't just cling on to this thing and block your own success. Don't do that. Rather, let go. Witness all the fears, all the anxieties, that all the feelings of lack that are coming up. Witness them and then surrender to the divine. There is a fiery climax that's approaching. There might be some heated discussion, to and fro conversation, but again, it's really leading to something very, very successful. And I'll read the message here. It says, you are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. Okay, if you want to pause the video and just read this message 2 or 3 times, please do, because this is what is exactly happening for you. Abundance is coming your way, success is coming your way, but you on your end have to let go of this particular rigidity. It may be in your mindset, it may be in one particular situation where you are like, no, this is my comfort zone. Outside it, I won't survive. But it's actually the opposite that is happening. You are going to thrive. Within this comfort zone, you were thinking you are doing well, but you were barely doing anything. Barely any growth was happening. Now that you've realized that, okay, this is a high pressure situation, I have to do something, you are on your feet, you take action. Even if you have to, deal with unpleasant people, you do that. And then you realize, oh my God, sweet success is coming your way. And all this is happening in the next 7 to 10 days, maximum 14 days. Okay. So some form of success, some form of abundance. If you are literally having money problems, more money is coming your way. So don't worry. Okay. So no need to worry. This is what I would want you guys to remember every time you're feeling overwhelmed, or you feel pressurized by somebody else's words or reaction. Just do. Your spirit guides will help you. Do what you think at that point is the best thing to do, or say what you think is the best thing to say, and the spirit or divine will work through you. Okay, and then you are receiving this amazing success. So whatever you are going through, no matter how difficult it seems, just remind yourself that is leading you to some sweet success really soon, really fast. Okay, so these are all the things that I have for you, my dear option 1 viewers. I have no idea why I'm getting tongue tied. Maybe you are also. But again, your guys are saying no need to worry. Okay, you are being led towards super duper success. So yeah, I hope you have a wonderful week. I'll see you again in my next reading. Till then, stay blessed. Lots and lots of love. Bye bye. Awesome. Let me put these cards back. Okay. We can move on to our next option. Welcome to your reading, my dear option 2 viewers. I will show you your card later. Let me draw the other cards as well, so that we can look at all of them together. So the second card I'll draw is from the Angel Answers Oracle deck. Thank you, Divine. The third card is from the Moonology Oracle deck, which I realized I haven't used for a really long time. And we have the full moon recently while I'm recording this. Thank you. So I won't be surprised if this week is more or less the effects of this full moon. Thank you, Divine. The upcoming 7 to 10 days. Remember, it is a timeless reading. Okay, now that I have all 4 of your cards, let us dive into your reading. Wow. Yeah. So the card that you've chosen is the Magician and the Mirror. Okay, it is like the textbook card for manifestation. It's a very, very positive and powerful, I would say, card where the creator is with you, and as if nature is listening to you. You see, this magician has like is standing in front of a mirror, and he has fire and water, and he's mixing everything and creating things. Okay, so you actually have that power right now, but again, I think with this full moon, the energy is to light up everyone's hidden potential. For you, my dear option 2 viewers, I'm getting that you have this tremendous power sitting within you. Of course, we all have that, but for you, it's like very much on the surface that you can, put your mind to something and you can manifest that outcome. But there's certain fears that are blocking this power, and in the next 7 to 10 days, that's what your spirit guides are removing from your system. I'm feeling so much heat in my spine, guys. So maybe you're connected to a like highly spiritual person. It can be an ascended master, it can be a living master, it can be some practices that you have been doing consistently. There's a lot of heat on my spine, and which is also telling me that maybe you're being churned also. Like some of you might feel like there are deep rooted insecurities that's coming up, so that they can be released. Okay, and these are all happening so that you can realize this tremendous wealth of creativity within you. Okay, you can create, whether it's arts, music, or something like some creative field, or it can be situations, it can be change of mindset, even change of collective mindset around you. And this I have personally experienced. When I started, of course we are always walking the spiritual path, but when I started telling people that okay, I am on this path and this is what I'm going to do, initially the mindset was very, very different of people around me. And I, after some resistance or trying to convince them and all, I realized it's really no point in arguing with people. Let me just do my thing. So I focused all my energy in doing what I believed in. And then before I realized, within like a couple of years or so, the mindset of people around me changed, which was very surprising because the moment I stopped actively pushing for it, it started happening on its own, because I was putting all my energy, all my strength in what I believe in, whether it's improving my own self, or working on my inner self, or just focusing on the external work, whether it's meditations, whether it's healing, whether it's tarot reading. All my energy, and even people who are extremely skeptical, used to ridicule me and all that, after a couple of years I realized they are actually admiring, because they just realized that it is coming from a place of extreme conviction in my heart. And I'm not out here to prove a point. I really believe in what I do, what I say, and that's why I'm saying it or doing it. So, but the reason I was telling all this, in a way, this whole new world manifested around me, which was conducive to what I want to do, the way I want to live. Okay, like a very, very simple example is Earlier, I used to eat non-vegetarian food like meat and fish and everything. And then slowly, as I started turning vegetarian or vegan, like both, I know both are not synonymous. I tried going vegan because, again, I don't want to support cruelty at all. But sometimes I slip when I'm traveling and all. I'll just eat something which is available in the airports because I cannot eat raw stuff, raw veggies, raw fruits due to my condition. I cannot digest them. But then again, like even going vegetarian was like such a shock for my friends and family around me. But over time, I realized not only like they support it, they actually help me with it. They'll give me gifts which are cruelty free. They'll like go that extra mile to prepare that dish which is cruelty free. And again, another example that, okay, all I had to do was just work on my own self, continue doing what I was doing with 100% conviction. And then people around changed and they understood I wasn't asking them to change. I wasn't forcing things on them. It was just for me. I did not resonate with something anymore. So I don't know who needed to hear that, but I think this is extremely important because when you are changing, sometimes most of the fear are projected by people around you. It is their fear, and then you are simply mirroring them and thinking that, oh, okay, I don't want to force them and all. Of course, you are not forcing it on them, but something within you, if it has changed, you need to speak your truth also and give them time. They'll understand sooner or later that it is your truth and you are not imposing it on them. Okay. uh yeah, I totally see why it's coming. You and your loved ones are safe. See, I totally forgot that this card was there, and I was just channeling. And while channeling, also, I was thinking, why am I talking about what the reaction of family and friends would be? I think this is precisely what's happening. You are changing in leaps and bounds, like intrinsically, your core values, your core personality, everything is changing for the better. But at the same time, people around you, for them it might be difficult to grasp it. Again, I'll give my example. There was a time when I would openly enjoy gossiping about others. There was a time, I didn't think it was wrong. At that time I used to think it was relaxing, and I would actually call people and say, oh, let's get together and we'll gossip about this person, that person. I know now it sounds like horrendous, but I was actually like that. So the moment I realized that, okay, I cannot do this anymore, with that same honesty, I started saying it. Not because I wanted to show people that, oh, I'm on a moral high ground. No, I just wanted to say, I don't feel comfortable anymore. I know I really used to be enthusiastic about gossiping, but I'm not comfortable anymore about talking another person who is not present and going on and on about what they did right, what they didn't do right. It actually bothers me now. And when I people were like rolling their eyes, like, you of all people, suddenly a saint, you don't want to gossip. I got all these reactions. And, in a way, they were feeling as if I was putting them down and putting myself on a higher pedestal. But again, I kept praying to the divine, and time and again, it was like a back and forth process. But I kept saying, like, see, this is not about you or about me. It's just in general. I don't think it's healthy for us. We can talk about other things, about, of course, if you are going through a problem, if somebody specific has hurt you and you want to vent, of course, I'm all ears. But just meaningless talking about others when they are not present to defend themselves is not uh, right, and none of us should do it. And even though there were extreme reactions initially, over time people understood, and again they also realized. I think some of them realized themselves. Maybe some of them were ahead of me in that realization, and they actually felt relieved that, okay, thankfully she also doesn't want to gossip now. So like that, don't worry about their reactions. Even if initially they are disappointed, they are giving you that vibe that, oh, how could you not do this, or how could you not trust us. Don't worry, they are safe. You are going through a massive transformation where you are operating from a space of high purity. Okay, this magician energy, if you see, you have power over all the elements of nature, and this power comes with 100% purity. So keeping yourself pure is important and should be a priority for you, even if your loved ones do not understand this. Okay, but at the same time, if you're worried about them, sometimes they won't talk to you for months, for days. Again, something I've personally experienced on this journey. They are safe, they are being taken care of. Even if you're not in communication with them, just from your heart center, send loving energy towards them whenever you can. Even if it's for 2 minutes, close your eyes, think about a loved one with whom you are having a strained relationship, and just from your heart center, send as much loving energy towards them as possible. Okay, they are safe anyway, your guides are looking after them, but you don't stop. Okay, the message, this is together. You and your loved ones are safe, but please don't stop. Please don't spiral backwards. Keep moving ahead. You have a much higher purpose in this world, and that involves a lot of purification of your inner self. Okay, so please don't stop. Please don't go back to those qualities which bring you down, like gossiping or anger or violence. Like, again, I can give you tons of examples. I had all these qualities within me of getting too much angry and resorting to physical violence, in the sense that, throwing stuff and all. Again, you have to realize for yourself that this is not healthy, even if the same triggers are there. I kept repeating the same mistakes until I was like really begging to the divine that, please, please, I want to come out of this pattern. I really don't want to respond to the same triggers in the same unhealthy way again and again. And even though the triggers were there initially, my response slowly, very slowly started changing. And even when I'm saying this, I don't know if it's 100%, but again, thanks to my guru, thanks to the divine, thanks to everyone around me, because I think the triggers also changed. There was like a wholesome change in the collective, in the community, in the family, everywhere. So yeah, you just keep faith in the process, keep walking the path. It's actually a very positive direction in which you are walking, but it's probably a little outside your comfort zone, or I would say it's just unknown territory right now for you. So please don't stop, keep walking. What you need to surrender is surrender your fear of change. The universe is reminding you that you are cared for always, whether you are afraid of a change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear aging or death. Repeat the affirmation that I have faith that all is well. I have faith that all is well. I have faith that all is well. You, even if you want, pause this video and just repeat this 3 times. I have faith that all is well. Okay, because some of you, I'm just feeling it so deeply. There are lifetimes of baggages that are coming up, getting burned, and then immediately the next thing is coming up. So probably you're not even getting time to breathe, but your guides are like, this is intentional, because you need to be purified to that extent where you can manifest a ton of positive things on a large scale, you know. uh, and even if that temporarily makes relationships difficult, your health a little, you know, unwell, and other things also might be difficult, take a step back just to allow yourself to go through this transition. But please don't stop. Don't be like, don't go into shell. A step back, by a step back, I just meant a pause. Okay? Pause for a while and then pick yourself up, keep moving forward because you're on the right path. With this lady sitting on a horse, I can clearly see you are moving towards light, a lot more light than you have ever imagined. Like I told you before, it's like your whole personality is changing. All you have to do is surrender this fear of change. Of course, we all as humans, we fear, our mind fears change because that's something absolutely unknown. But that's why your guides are here and saying you are walking into like divine supreme power. Okay, so just allow yourself to move forward, but in this entire process know that you and your loved ones are safe, are protected, they are being loved and cared for. Okay, and sooner or later if somebody is misunderstanding you, they will come back. Okay, so this is all I have for you, my dear option 2 viewers. Very intense next 7 to 10 days, but if this reading resonated, you know what to do. I won't repeat. You have a wonderful blessed week. I'll see you again in my next reading. Till then, stay blessed. Lots and lots of love. Bye bye. Awesome. Let me put these cards back so that we can move on to the final option. Welcome to your reading, my dear option 3 viewers who chose this particular card. We'll look at all the cards together. Let me draw 3 more cards. The second card I'm drawing from the Angel Answers Oracle deck. Thank you, Divine. The third card I'll draw from the Moonology Oracle deck, which I haven't used in a while. So I thought of using it today with the full moon happening today when I'm recording this. And the final card is from the Surrender deck. Thank you, Divine. Okay, now that I have all your cards, let us dive into your reading, my dear option 3. Okay. The good thing is the card that you chose is the door to value opening for you. Okay, so I think in the recent past, and I'm seeing 333 on my screen when I'm saying this, in the recent past you were probably going through apologies guys, thank you if you're blessing me. But coming back to what I was saying, in the recent past you were, or maybe for a long time for some of you, you are feeling that no matter what you do, it's like banging your head against a wall. That in some way you were feeling hugely blocked. Okay, yeah, and which was causing some restlessness, some angsty feeling within you that no, this has to be done in this certain way. So with this full moon, I think that, I would say, character trait is changing. Okay, with this door to value opening, what I'm feeling is it's not only money coming in. Definitely money is coming in baby steps, because you see right, the door is like slowly gradually opening and there are things coming in. But even before the money coming in, what I'm getting is what you are um, understanding is the value of certain things, like value of just letting other people do things in their own way. Okay. Earlier, a lot of us, especially, if you are used to taking, always being the responsible person, doing the work of say five people just on your own, you develop this subconscious tendency that no, it only has to be done in a certain way, or only if I do it, it'll be done on time, other people will just delay and all. And maybe all those things are true, but only when you give a chance to others, just allow them to work at their own pace with their own thoughts. If you're flexible enough for that, you will see there are new things coming in that you hadn't thought about. Maybe you are operating on a default mode. You are so used to doing things in a certain way, and they are super effective. I'm not saying that your ways are not effective, but maybe you are missing certain stuff which are your blind spots. So with this door to value opening, I'm seeing all those blind spots now being illuminated. This, with this door to value, usually I only see the money and the goodies coming in, but today I'm seeing this light coming in also. Something is illuminated that was really a blind spot for you, even though you are very efficient, you do things totally on your own and all, and you are just valuing that like something is coming to light. It can be some information, it can be just a shift in your mindset, or it can be some forcible change that has happened in your life, and then you realize, oh my god, why didn't I think of this before, or why didn't I allow this change before? And because now you see a lot of value in what is happening, whether it's in the people around you, whether it's in the situations, and your own sense. Some of you had an extremely low sense of self-worth, which is also increasing. Again, it's very common. Our inner voice, most of us are conditioned to have an inner voice that is always negatively criticizing us, and that is changing. Okay, your sense of self-worth is increasing. Like earlier, a lot of people feel that taking money is bad. And I know I used to have this feeling also earlier when I would do healings and even one-on-one tarot readings. For tarot readings, I would do for free for a really long time, and the healings also, which come with a fixed this thing. But I was thinking that no, 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 I should be kind and all, and I was doing it like for really low amounts of money. And what was happening was, all these are energy work, right? I was bringing a lot of stuff on myself, and I was frequently falling sick. And not only just falling sick, even when I was not sick, I was like irritated and all that. And then one day I realized it's all coming from a sense of self-worth, because the other people are not to be blamed. They didn't come and tell me. I was only telling them, oh, I'll do it for this, this very little amount of money, or no money at all. So it wasn't really their fault. They were not expecting anything. I was only telling them because my sense of self-worth was very low. Then finally one day I just couldn't bear it no more, and I was like, okay, it's fine. Even if I get to do one or two readings a month, or one or two healings a month, I'll stick to that. I can't do it anymore for this, because these just leave heavy residues on my subconscious thing. And then the things started changing. Once I started valuing myself again, I saw, all like most of the times it's the same people, they also start valuing the thing even more. And some of them actually came and said, okay, now it seems like your sessions are becoming more powerful, whatever you are doing. And of course, I'm not doing anything, I'm just channeling, uh, um, or just being there. But I guess even when I'm channeling earlier, if if I was unhappy, or there was some resistance within me, that was blocking the channeling also in a certain way. But when I'm contented, it's really easy to slip into that state where divine, please take over, like that, and then whatever happens happens, and whoever is connecting to that energy, whoever needs to listen to that messages, that's what they are hearing. So again, I think somebody needs to hear this, because if you are not valuing yourself and you're just unhappy that okay, other people are not valuing me, or they are not paying for my service in a fair way, it's really not them, it's you. You have to value yourself, you have to go within. And value yourself doesn't mean that okay, you see, you hear me saying this and you're like, okay, I'll increase the price, but inside you are still holding those low sense of self-worth. It's not going to work. You have to sit with yourself and just look within and identify that okay, this is what's happening in my thought process, and this is what I'll replace with. Say positive affirmations if you have to, if that works for you. I love positive affirmations. I remind myself throughout the day that I am worthy of having an abundant life, whether it's abundance in love, abundance in health, abundance in wealth, abundance of wisdom. Uh, like that, you have to keep reminding yourself, and that's how your value increases. And when you are in a good, when your thoughts are coming from a good space, you are naturally more flexible. Like last week only, I think I shared in my video, but if you haven't heard it, I'll say it again. Normally, or not normally, I wouldn't say it was normal, when I was in a, mentally in not a good space, I would resist doing extra things and all. I would like, no, this is my job, I'll just stick to it, and I don't want to do anything extra. But now that I'm in a much, much better, healthier space where I give my body and mind enough time to rest. And then when I work, I always work if I'm getting the exact value which I feel. And that's actually put my mind in a very good space. And last week, what happened? Suddenly, I was told to do something in the evening. In the past, I would have said no, that no evenings, and then like this time I thought okay, it's just one evening and I don't have any other thing planned, so I just said yes as a favor. I wasn't really expecting anything, but that person paid me for that 2 hours of time. I wasn't really expecting. I just thought this person is in trouble, let me just help him. If I have to give 2 hours of my time, it's fine. But then you see, universe just opened that gate of abundance for me, because that person said no, 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 I have to pay you because you're doing a huge favor and all that. And I just accepted that with gratitude. So these are the things you have to introspect, look within, and develop within you. Okay, your sense of self-worth, the feeling of gratitude. And of course, the first thing that we discussed is just allowing others also to be themselves. Okay, even if that means that the work won't be done exactly the way you want to, but just be open to new ideas, new possibilities. You have balance, spirituality, and practicality. Okay, so some form of balance is probably coming back into your life. Most of you, I'm feeling you are like too practical, like the Queen of Swords, where you are just Queen of Swords, by the way, is a great energy. I love it, where it's like a no nonsense thing. You do it exactly the way you want to. But a lot of times, what happens is your inner child is craving for some company, for some banter. But if you're always in that Queen of Swords energy where you are being just blunt, people tend to fear you, right? And they don't want to be around you. So somewhere inside, you are missing that fun element. Um, and that's why your guys are like, we know you want that in your life, even though you're working super efficiently and everything is working in your favor, but you're missing that fun element, just banter thing. And I don't know what is the right phrase. So I guess some of you come across as too intense or too like practical, and your guides are like helping you tone it down so that you can balance and enjoy both the things. You can still be efficient, but at the same time, you can enjoy being, relaxed while you are doing the work. You can enjoy the process. Okay. A few of you have the opposite problem where you are like, you're on a spiritual path and you're like, how will I, again, that previous thing I was telling, how can I think of money because I'm a spiritual person? I should give away all my wealth and not think of acquiring new wealth. Few of you are like that. You have this thought process which needs to change, and your guides are like, yes, you can still be on your spiritual path, you can still help people, and in fact you can help lot more people when you allow this abundance, this financial abundance to flow in towards you. Honestly, anyone who knows me knows like I'm connected to few projects, okay, which are for the greater good of some society, of one particular type of society or something like that, or in general just the healing, 50% of the healings that is done through the Maitri method. And you can google Maitri method for that. It's not just me, all the practitioners who practice this, 50% of their money always go for offering food to the hungry, the needy, whether it's humans, whether it's birds, animals, it can be anything. So a lot of times, if you allow more money to come to you, you can support all these activities even more, and that will give you even a greater sense of self-worth. Okay, I think a lot of my physical healing happened once I started getting involved in all those activities. Initially, whatever I was giving was just from my own salary, right? But it's limited. So beyond a point, I was like, oh my God, so many people are suffering, I need to do more. And that's when I started charging for these things and all, and the actual amount what it should be. And again, I gained greater satisfaction because I could contribute so much more to this activity. So something like that. Okay, you are realizing there's a huge shift happening in your mindset, and some balance is being installed. If you were too practical, too dry before, you are learning to relax, to tone it down a bit and just allow things to happen on their own. On the other hand, if you were like too scared to even ask for money for like things that you are doing, working hard for, now you are finally gaining that sense of self-worth where you are telling yourself first and then to the world that I will not settle for less. Okay, so that balance is definitely coming in the next 7 to 10 days. Your guides are like, look for a sign. Definitely, I'm seeing you guys have always been my spiritual people, option 3, like who are really deeply rooted in their spirituality. And that's why your guides are giving you certain indications, signs, and it can come through any form, in the form of a message in social media, or in a dream, in a meditation, or some like unexpected thing happening. But you will get the sign that okay, you are on the right path and this is what you are uh, going to do next, or this is the way you should proceed next. Your intuition, some of you have like a very sharp intuition, and with that full moon it's even like more sharper, if that makes sense. So definitely follow your intuition and give yourself that 5 minutes. If you're not into any kind of meditative practice, I would say give yourself that 5 minutes every day just to sit with your eyes closed. Okay, and whatever comes up comes up, but you will get clarity, you will get new ideas, new downloads. Okay, so if you were too much into just physical work and not much rest or meditative practice, please again go back to that. Balance your action with some form of meditation. Okay, and finally, what you have to surrender is all these things that we were talking about, which boils down to surrender your desire to control people. And I'll read the message here. Even though it says people, I think for some of you, you need to surrender your desire to control an outcome or a situation also. The message here reads, being over controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. Okay, again, my dear option 3, I understand most of you are like head of an organization or head of the household. You are in a position where you are taking really important decisions, but again, if people are not behaving according to your expectations, give them some breathing space, okay, and then come back and have like have a relaxed conversation. You still say what you think is right and how it'll help them, or how, you know, what they are doing is not good for something, the project or something. You still have that conversation, but have it from a place of calmness, relaxedness, stability, so that the other person doesn't feel threatened, okay. And at the same time, again, like I was saying, it's not just about people. It can be, you know, that okay, this situation is not in my control, or this outcome I cannot control, and your guys are like, fine, let go. You have worked hard, and the abundance is slowly, it's coming slowly, but it's coming towards you anyway. You will see this doors opening, and be patient with that. Don't be like, why is the door of abundance opening slowly? I want this amount right within this stipulated time. Don't be like that. Be grateful for whatever good things are coming your way. And of course, you have that ability within you, which is why you have been given this important position in life or in your job or anywhere. Okay, you have that maturity, you have that tremendous sense of practicality, which is why you have been given this. But again, balance it with you know, flexibility. That is the word I'm hearing. Okay, be flexible, and if something is not in your control, you take a step back, just gather your thoughts, and then say it from a place of calmness, from a place of stability. Okay, and anyways, your spiritual guides are around you. They will be sending you signs. You will intuitively know what to do next. Still, sometimes if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, then just go back to your inner core, go back to your center, and just make sure things are in balance. Okay, so this is all I have for you, my dear option 3 viewers. I wish you a very blessed next 7 to 10 days ahead. I will see you again in my next reading. Till then, stay blessed. Lots and lots of love. Bye bye.